All right, all right, all right. Good morning. I am Praise Macpolo.
And I am Eugenia Kekeli.
And this is Family Morning.
It's a fresh day.
Coming up, we have inspirational quote of the day.
Something to motivate you as you power through your day.
We also have Today in History.
We will be discussing Benin's independence from the French and also some interesting birthdays that are happening today.
Inventions and innovations.
I am sure you would want to know who came up with potato chips.
Finally, Info Minutes.
Trust us to give you 10 mini traditions that will bring you and your family closer.
Stay tuned.
Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back. Family Morning, it's a fresh day. So, our inspirational quote of the day is from the one and only Mahatma Gandhi. Was it, right?
Yeah,
Mahatma Gandhi. I got it right.
you got it right the first time.
An eye for an eye only ends up making the whole world blind.
Well, that's certainly an interesting one.
Yes, it is.
Quite a turn on the other quote that says that a one-eyed man cannot lead a blind man. But I
Right.
mean, it's quite interesting to talk about, taking an eye for an eye.
Yeah.
And it's something that has been preached a lot, actually.
Yeah.
People seeking vengeance and
Yeah.
seeking revenge.
Revenge.
It's a theme that is paramount in our TV, our books, our art, our literature. But is it really worth it?
Is it? Is it? So, I mean, this is just for you to know that, listen, you just have to learn to put hate aside and love. You know, they say that when you hate someone, it's like you taking poison.
And hoping the person dies. I have heard of that.
You know, and is that, I mean, that's quite insane, actually, when you think about it.
Right. I think definitely something our world needs now more than ever is forgiveness and tolerance and compassion. So
Yeah.
it's definitely something that we should look forward to.
Exactly, exactly. So let's just learn to love one another, pick ourselves up, forgive someone, and remember, forgiving someone is more for you than for them.
And on a final note, I would like to say that I definitely don't want to go blind. So let's save some eyes.
Anyways, you can also let us know what you think on our social media platforms at Family Morning GH on all social media platforms, and also Family Social GH on all social media platforms. You can also watch us on Family Tube GH on YouTube.
And you can visit our website at www.familytvghana.com.
We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back.
Well, today in history, we have something very exciting and educative for you. Today happens to be the day where several years ago in 1960, France finally agreed to allow Dahomey, which is actually what Benin was called, to become fully independent. Now, whilst the agreement, was broached in 11th July of 1960, the state finally became fully independent on 1st August 1960 with Hubert Maga becoming the very first president of Benin. I can just imagine the joy and the excitement.
I tell you, I'm sure in Benin right now, they must be going crazy because independence for, an African country is a huge deal.
It really is.
It's a huge deal where it's like now you feel like you can be your own kind of person. Like you are not being dictated to, you are not being asked to do things you don't want to do. You are doing things because this is something you feel like this is an African thing to do.
Definitely.
And that's just awesome.
It
That's
really
just
is.
awesome.
Being autonomous is something that every human aspires to. And so I'm definitely sure that they are enjoying and celebrating there. When I was a little girl, I actually stumbled across a clip of Kwame Nkrumah announcing the independence of Ghana. That popular soundbite where he says, Ghana, your beloved country is free forever.
That's that speech,
Really?
that speech is forever going to be in the books. Forever.
It really is
Forever.
going to be.
I also remember when I was younger, I actually acted as one of the big six, those who helped Nkrumah, help gain independence for Ghana and all of that. And I wouldn't be surprised if right now in Benin there will be this young boy or young lady who is also going to act as one of the important people that helped Benin get independence. I mean, that's just an amazing feeling. I'm not going to lie.
It really is.
It's an amazing feeling like you were a part of history.
It really, there's nothing that can compare to it.
I can assure you
and
that.
from us at Family Morning, we're wishing Benin a happy Independence Day. Now, speaking of independence, another great event that happened today is the Slavery Abolition Act. Now, this act was passed in 1833, so it's been quite a while. We know slavery is a topic that's quite dicey, There are lots of gray areas and sensitive issues attached to it, so it's not something that's discussed a lot, but it's necessary for us to appreciate and celebrate this day and the fact that this act was passed. I mean, from the passing of this act in 1833, almost 800,000 enslaved Africans in the Caribbean, in South Africa, and even in Canada were released, and because the Slave Act was abolished.
Wow, that's listen, I guess today is just a day of celebration for a lot of black people, if I may say, because I mean, first Benin, now slavery, and I mean not just even black people. There are people who were even subjected to slavery and they were black. So I mean, this is just it's a day of celebration. I mean, that's what I can say.
It really is. And the liberation of one people is the liberation of all people.
All people.
Because we're all made to be one, and subduing one race doesn't help the other race in the long run. So we're happy that this happened, and we're celebrating it. We're bringing it to your remembrance. I hear there's something happening in Colorado.
Right. I mean, so Colorado is celebrating the fact that they became part of the United States. So they became recognized as a state today. And it's an amazing. So Colorado actually, according to the population census done in 2020, Colorado has over 5.7 million people living there. And I mean, the largest city in Colorado right now is Denver.
I have heard very good things about Denver. I wouldn't mind, a vacation there.
I mean, okay, the second, I mean, ahead of Denver, you hear in passing, or someone will say, oh, Colorado, I'm from Denver, Colorado. You hear in movies.
Yes.
But the first time the name actually got stuck in my mind, you wouldn't believe it. It's actually because of the movie Money Heist.
Well, I can see how that would happen. I can see.
Yeah.
Listen, our generation gets a lot of our information from the movies. I wouldn't hold you against.
But I mean, speaking about traveling, Family Vacation has organized an amazing trip to Universal Studios in Singapore.
Wow.
So if you and your family are looking for, a vacay, you want to just take some time off, go on a break. I mean, we are in the second half of the year. So if you want to, start the year off with just going to relax, which is an important thing to do, to get some stress off, this is an amazing opportunity you have to go to, especially if you've not been to Singapore, which is a beautiful country. It's an opportunity you have to go to Universal Studios in Singapore. You get to know how movies were made, the behind the scenes, and all those amazing stuff Universal Studios are up to.
That definitely sounds like a dream come true. If I were you, I would definitely take family vacations up on that offer. Now, on to another very important thing that happened today in history. In history is the hypertext markup language.
Right.
I know you know what this is.
So, we want to explain something to you. So, HTML is not the internet. Sometimes people confuse the two.
I'll be honest, I don't know the difference.
So, basically, let me put in an analogy so that it makes more sense. So please be with me.
Okay.
So let's say we have the mall, Accra Mall,
Okay.
right? And the N1 that leads to the mall,
Which is the highway.
the highway, is the internet.
Okay.
Now, the things that build up the mall, that make the mall there. So like the building materials, the
Okay,
cement,
so like the construction
the
materials.
construction materials, that is HTML.
So different HTML codes come up to make up a web page, like different
Exactly.
construction materials come up to make
Make
the
up
mall.
The mall.
That's
Exactly.
interesting.
So now so when they say there's traffic on a web page, they simply mean that a lot of cars are on their way to, if you have to use the same analogy, a lot of cars are on their way to the mall.
Right. So a lot of people are using their data,
Data.
which is the car, to go to the mall,
the
or
mall.
in this case, the HTML codes that
Exactly.
made the web page.
Exactly.
Huh,
Exactly.
that makes sense.
Exactly.
And that really shows us the importance of the HTML. Kudos.
right.
We definitely need it. If not, if you go to www.familytvghana.com, you'll be met with a blank page.
A blank page, there will be no building. There will be no building whatsoever. There will be no structure. So I think this is a very important innovation that came out, because, I mean, what would we do without it?
I mean, the internet and all the things that have come about because of
Yeah.
it have increased human capacity, and we've
I'm telling you.
we've
I'm
passed
telling you.
several strides, so it's definitely, I mean, if we didn't have this bedrock to work off,
Right,
if we didn't
right.
have these codes, and
Right.
my biggest respect to all the intellectuals out there that are involved with
Yeah,
figuring out coding and
yeah,
doing
yeah.
all the work behind the scenes,
Yeah.
so that we can come and see beautiful web pages. God
So
bless
true.
you.
So true. Do you know what just came to mind?
Praise. I don't want to know what came to
No,
mind.
listen, hear me out.
Okay.
So, do you know what relates a HTML developer
Oh goodness.
to a construction manager?
Family.
They all build. They honestly all do. They
all
honestly all
build.
do.
They
They honestly
definitely all
all build. And we love them for it. Respect to you all.
Respect to you, definitely.
Anyway, so this is Family Morning. It's a fresh day. You can follow us on all social media platforms at Family Morning GH, and also on Family TV socials at Family Social GH, and also you can watch us on YouTube at Family Tube GH.
And definitely go to our webpage, www.familytvghana.com, where our HTMLs are certainly doing their work.
Definitely.
Now, on to some very interesting birthdays.
Oh.
I was very pleased to find out that today is Jason Momoa's birthday.
Woo!
Listen, he doesn't know me, but
we know him.
We know him very well over
We
here.
know him. We know him. So for those who don't know Jason Momoa, if you've watched Aquaman,
Right.
he's the leading
Actor.
for Aquaman. Yeah, the man with the spear. He can swim, talk to all kinds of sea creatures. Yeah.
I think he does an astounding work as
Yeah.
an actor. One of the things I love about him is his ability to meld with a role.
Yeah.
So much so that you're watching Jason Momoa, but then at some point in the movie you forget that it's Jason and you
Yeah.
start thinking of him as Aquaman.
Aquaman, yeah,
It's
yeah.
really amazing the
Yeah.
work he does. And
Yeah.
we want to say a big happy birthday to you, Jason.
Yeah, happy
Boo-boo.
birthday. happy. I would sing for you, but I think I'll do that another
Listen,
time on
the
social
birthday
media.
gift is that he's not singing, if you get what I mean.
Wow.
Okay. Now on to a bit more intellectual, in a different field,
In a
in the
different
education field.
Yeah.
Maria Montessori also celebrates her birthday today.
Yes. So Maria Montessori, for those who don't know, she's the founder of Montessori. So for those who, I'm sure some of you have heard of Montessori schools and stuff. So she is the founder. She was a physician, Italian
Oh,
physician.
really?
Hence the Montessori is actually her surname.
Right.
So she
of
was an
course.
Italian physician who studied more about children behavior. She really wanted to understand how children learn, how children develop, from the different stages when they are learning from
Right.
from crèche to kindergarten to nursery to primary, elementary, and so on and so forth, JHS, SHS, and all of that. So she just kept studying. And I mean, because of this, she ended up starting an association,
Right.
which up to date is that's the AMI, that's AMI. AMI.
Okay.
Yes, so it's an association she started, which is supposed to help all schools, Montessori schools. So now it's because of AMI we have all these Montessori schools.
Right.
Yeah, so they help. It's an international
Okay.
group association. So
Okay.
yeah. So
I mean, definitely what I have learned about Montessori's is that they focus on self-directed activities and hands-on learning. And it
Exactly.
definitely is something that we need to do here in
Exactly,
Ghana,
exactly.
where we usually stick to rote learning.
yeah.
Speaking of Ghana, however, we have a local who's also celebrating his birthday
That's
today.
right, that's right.
He's a fan favorite, Mr. Freshman, Mr. Fine Boy.
Yeah. Always acting the fine boy role.
He's always acting
always,
I mean,
always.
you can't blame the directors, And it's our one and only Van Vika. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, happy birthday, Van Vika. Also an amazing actor. And, honestly, we'll love to see you. If you are watching this, Van Vika, we'll love to see you more on our screens.
We
Because
would.
it's
Please
been a
return.
while. It's been a while. So we'll definitely love to see you more on our screens. Van Vika sounds like a Marvel superhero.
I wouldn't be opposed to that at all. Put us on the map.
Because Marvel have this trend of always using, this kind of, like, for instance, Peter Parker.
Ooh.
What's his name? Victor Von Doom. They have this trend of always using, like, the same
Alliterated names. Yes.
So same alphabet for the
So he
the
would
same
definitely
name,
be
the,
up for
the
it.
first name and the surname always has. So Van Vika can easily play a superhero. What do you think his superpower would be?
What I am hearing is I should change my name to Eugenia Eunice. It's not, listen,
How did you get
don't
that?
sit on my aspirations and my dreams. I could be a Marvel superhero. But on a
Well.
more serious note, some people have been alleging that he died, and I mean, children of the Lord. That's
Yeah.
not funny. Please
At
let's
all,
not do
at
that.
all.
He had to come out on Twitter to explain to
I mean-
people
I mean-
that it's not something that is good, and we should adhere from doing
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So please let's do better.
Yeah. I think we should be careful with the things we say on social media.
Right.
Yes, if you've not seen someone in a while, let's just not jump into conclusions. Let's make sure we have facts and truth.
Also, we have a member of the Family Vacation Club.
That's right.
Who's also celebrating her birthday today, Madam Agustina Gagakume Afonaolo. I'm just wishing her happy birthday in our native dialect. I wish you the best of best days today.
So it's now time for us to talk about inventions and innovations.
I tell you, I cannot wait for the very last one. But before we get to that one, I believe there are some others as well.
Yeah. So first of all, we have automatic gear shift. For those of you who don't know what an automatic gear shift is, basically the automatic gear in a car. So back then, cars were more manual. So people had to manually shift the gear or change the gear into the next, how will I say, gear. So we have gear 1, gear 2, gear 3, gear 4, gear 5, and so on and so forth, depending on the car, but ideally the usual one is from gear 1 to gear 5. So manually, you step on the clutch, you change, and all of that, right? But now, I mean, thank God for innovations and inventions. I mean, now you don't need to be changing the gear a lot. Now all you need to do is, because of the automatic gear shift, now all you need to do is just put the car gear on drive and your car is good to go.
Wow, and we're certainly grateful to Richard Spikes, who's
Right,
the inventor
right.
of that.
Of that.
I definitely still want to learn the manual though, because I feel like it's a good skill to have, and it helps you to be a better driver.
Right.
It's more difficult. I would say that for it. It's way more
Yeah.
difficult, and it can be very frustrating.
Right,
But it's very
right.
good to learn how to drive manual cars,
Yeah.
and it makes it easier to drive an automatic car after you've learned how to drive a manual car.
Listen, I understand you because I have experience in both. I
Right.
remember when I was learning, I learned manual like just fresh, and I was driving and all of that, and then I took my left off the clutch early, so the ignition went off. The engine went off. Oh, come on. And Ghana and impatience.
Tell me about it.
Horn here and there. What is this your first time? Like I was feeling so embarrassed and so bad, and I just had to start the car again. But I mean, with automatic, you never have that trouble.
Right. Okay.
You see, you never have that trouble of your engine going off because
you didn't switch well.
because
Right.
the car is doing what you needed to do in changing the gear. Like keeping the engine on with your leg. The gear is already doing that. The car is doing all of that for you.
Right. Automations are definitely, gradually taking over some of the tasks that humans do.
Yeah.
But speaking of
things easy.
cars, December is coming around.
Yeah,
Can give me a
so-
gift, share the love around. I'm just saying. We're moving on to the next innovation, and it's definitely one that you use every day, and you must appreciate this Black innovator, Thomas Elkins, who innovated the modern toilets.
Right.
Yes.
Right. We needed that.
We did need that. We
we
apparently,
needed that.
in the year 1775, Alexander Cummins patented a toilet where after you flush, some of the water remains, right? Now, before he had done that, Elkins had, done an article for chamber furniture,
Wow.
right? So you know how they call, you say, I'm going to the chamber.
Yeah.
It came about because of Thomas Elkin,
Wow.
and because he made the chamber commode, which made you sit down comfortably. I mean,
yeah.
I know a few of us are familiar with what we call shito,
Yes.
and
So
it's a different form, a more antiquated form of visiting the loo.
Yeah.
But thanks to Thomas Elkins, we have this wonderful innovation. I
Yeah.
definitely do not want to still be smelling my past meal after I've passed it, if you know what I mean.
So true. I mean, this innovation was literally a lifesaver.
Definitely, I would say so.
It was literally a lifesaver
I would agree.
Because I mean, back then in Ghana, I mean, it took us a while to just
Switch
to the modern toilet. So I mean, that came, and I remember when it came fresh, it was like it's like it was for only the rich.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it wasn't as common to everyone. So when you go to someone's place and they have it, you are like, oh wow, like
This person must be wealthy.
But right now it's everywhere.
And that's good.
And we
That's
thank God for
good.
that. We thank God
Speaking
for that.
of life-changing, life transforming, life altering
You really couldn't
inventions.
wait.
I told you I could not wait for this last one. I want to send out my heartfelt gratitude to George Crumb for inventing the potato chip.
Oh,
Is there a snack better than the potato chip? Tell me, I will wait. Now,
George Crumb.
as the
Wow.
story goes, he was a waiter at a restaurant.
Right.
And, there was this particularly annoying patron in the restaurant who had requested fried potatoes.
Right.
And the fried potatoes were served to him by George Crumb. And this patron said it was cut too thick. So George Crumb decided in his heart, that man is my man. He said that I will take this back and I will cut it so thin
Wow.
that you wouldn't even be able to see through it. I mean,
Oh.
rather you would see through
Through
it
it,
because
right.
it's so thin.
It's so thin.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's how come we have the invention of the potato chip, that lovely, slightly thin potato chip that just crunches when you put it in your mouth. I'm making myself hungry, okay?
I don't. That's why I'm just watching you because I think I'll start salivating when I start talking, so I just don't want to disgrace myself. But I mean, that's an amazing thing that happened. I mean, listen, I thank you so much for doing this.
We do.
I really do, George. I really
Yeah.
do. I really do. I feel like we can be very good friends.
I feel like he was my brother. He's actually African American as well. He was a chef. He's African American. And funny enough, I found out that it was invented in 1853, which I can't believe it has been around for that long and we still don't have enough flavors. I cannot get enough flavors. I need more. Please, those who are inventors, this is motivation to you. Family morning wants more potato chips. Come up with more flavors. Satisfy your people.
Yeah. I mean, if we bring, I think we should just have that for like at the beginning of the show.
We should try out different flavors and decide which one we like best.
So we can go like, you know how we go like family morning is a fresh day. So this time we can go like family morning is a fresh day with fresh chips.
Oh, praise!
that would be good. I'll make sure
awesome.
I'll make sure to get that.
Please make it happen. And you at home can also tell us what flavor of potato chips you like the best, or which snacks that you really enjoy on all our socials.
Yeah, on all social media platforms. You know, some of you like the curly fries, which is also the same.
Okay.
No, they call it.
I see what you're
curly,
doing.
Yeah, curly fries, and then I mean, all of them, all the ones you love. Just share it to us on our social media platforms at Family Morning GH on all social media platforms, and also a Family Social GH on all social media platforms. And you know, you can send your comments on Family Tube GH.
Please, no one should come for me
YouTube.
and my addiction to potato chips. Allow me. It's the one thing I'm addicted to. The only thing. Promise.
You sure?
Okay, no. But moving on.
Moving on.
We'll be going for a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll be talking about 10 things that you can do to bring your family together. Stay with us.
Welcome back. This is Family Morning. It's a fresh day. So before we went on the break, we were talking about traditions that families can kind of take up or adopt, you know, to have better, you know, bonding time and, you know, fellowship time and build like family bonding time, basically. Yeah. So Eugenia, would you like to take us through that?
Definitely. Now, the first idea is a little outside of the home, but the family is still the family regardless of the house structure. And so our first tradition that you can start is an afternoon at the park. Now, this is quite simple. You can pack a few leftovers, you know, throw them in some baskets, grab a few drinks or some soda,
snacks.
Take the children and everybody out to the park, enjoy nature. I think kids are spending way too much time on their phone inside their rooms these days. And this is definitely something that would, you know, take the attention off of the phone and back to physical interaction with the family.
You couldn't have said it better. You know, even last week we spoke about social media. For those of you who watched that episode and how kids have become, you know, stuck on their phones. These are good things as family, parents. You can be intentional about planning these afternoon at the park. You know, sometimes, you know, Sunday, instead of everyone just coming back from those who come back from church, those who come back from work, you know, Sundays are more of a relaxing day. So instead of just
a day of rest.
Instead of just sometimes just staying in the house and not really doing much, I think it's a good day to, you know, just go out to. There are a lot of parks in Ghana. You know, I can't really mention them, but you know,
I mean, we definitely don't want to do any free branding, but if you're a park out there, you want to partner with us, we're happy to have you.
We're definitely happy to have you. So yeah, you know, just get a park, something small, like Eugenia said, and just have a good time. Just talk.
Just have a good time. And I think it's a great way for parents to also be present with their children.
Exactly.
We're in an age where, you know, working takes a lot of time out of a parent's schedule. And you don't get to see your child as often as you would like. This is a perfect opportunity to spend some time with the child, find out your child's thoughts, what's going
tell
on in
you.
their life. And husbands, this is a very good tip to keep your wife happy.
Wow. Well, you heard it from the lady. Good tip for the men. But yeah. I mean, it's going to be a great time. I mean, I've actually always wanted to go on these
Right.
afternoon at the park.
I would like to make it an adventure to like
Yeah.
maybe set a month aside and go to different parks every
Yeah.
Sunday.
Actually, I think for me, you know, when I get married and
Okay.
you know, have a family of my own, I think I'll definitely want to do this monthly. Yeah.
Right.
You know, even if it's not every day, it's not. It's more about the consistency
Definitely,
than
definitely.
just
Yeah.
wanting to just bond. The consistency will build the bonding. As
Right,
it
definitely.
happens. So,
Being intentional about spending time together.
Exactly,
I mean,
exactly.
speaking of that, sometimes, there are financial constraints. Somebody like me that prays has not bought my car. I can't really be, jumping around with a picnic basket. Now, for those of you who are like me, your family can have what we call Sunday popcorn.
wow, that's true. Sunday popcorn is also there.
Yeah.
I mean, Sunday popcorn. You know, it can be conflicting at times.
Really?
Because, for Sunday popcorn, I mean, what of the families that some people like butter popcorn, some people like sugar popcorn, some people
See,
like salt popcorn.
Now, this will start a war in my family because I'm firmly in the sugar and colored popcorn zone.
You
And
know-
my mother and my brother are also firmly in the salted popcorn zone.
Yeah.
But I think that it's a great way
Yeah.
still to bond,
Yeah.
get everyone what they like
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
just sit around, eat your popcorn, have a conversation. Maybe discuss why you are so salty.
Exactly.
Since you like the salt.
And I mean, I'll advise that you do the popcorns yourself. There's just
Definitely.
there's just this joy, and it just adds to the experience when,
It does.
you are the one actually making the popcorn yourself. So, and it's as simple as I've actually made popcorn with my friends before, even with my brother.
Oh.
We just got the
Friends, you've
corn.
never made popcorn with me. Are we not friends?
UG.
Mm-hmm.
UG. Listen, we'll plan our own Sunday popcorn.
Praise is just showing me that we are not family, but it's all well and good. It's all
UG, but
good.
we've done other things together.
Don't even say it's like that, so that people can't be asking me questions.
We've planned other things together. So yeah, like I was saying, you just get your own pan. Just your own pan.
I think you need corn kernels, oil, and then
Listen.
whether you want sugar or salt, you add
Yeah.
that.
So usually if you're doing a butter popcorn, instead of using
Ooh.
oil, you use butter.
See, that sounds like a health problem waiting to happen,
Oh.
which is why I really love the next one. It's one of my favorite things to do, and it's good for your health as well. Bedtime routine.
Oh, bedtime routines.
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, I don't see. I'm not going to generalize, but for me,
You're about to generalize right after you said
no,
you
no,
wouldn't
no.
generalize.
I'm not going to
I'm just
generalize, but
pointing
for
out.
me, no, for me,
Okay.
for me, we didn't really do a lot of bedtimes. Well, in my family, we didn't really do a lot of bedtime. I think what we did more was how will I put it? So basically, my mom will come and will say, okay, it's time to go to bed. They take us in. My mom will say, oh, I love you, I love. Oh, come to think of it,
You did have a
I did
bedtime
have-
routine. Now,
I did have a bedtime routine.
people at home,
Yeah.
please don't fall into the same trap Praise was falling into. Just because there's a specific type of bedtime routine popularized on TV and in
Yeah,
the movies,
yeah.
I beg, if your parents didn't read you Rapunzel before you slept, it doesn't mean you don't have a bedtime routine. Eh?
Yeah, I mean, I mean, when we were younger, they tagged us saying, "Yeah, I love you, kind of
Yes.
vibe. I guess it's a simple bedtime routine. It doesn't, like you're saying, it doesn't need to be a whole. You come and tell a whole story. A whole
Well, I
fairy
know I
tale
will.
story.
I'm very dramatic. My
Oh,
children will be
of
getting new
course you
stories
will.
every
Listen,
night.
If you don't, I will have a problem with that. I'll feel like you are depriving your children of that because you are dramatic as it is. So you definitely need to do that. So I
I
mean,
will.
you guys can do that.
Yes,
Friends
and
and
it's
stories.
also a good way to show love to your kids.
Exactly.
And, as a family, just at the end of the day, we know how stressful the day can
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
All come together, decide
Yeah.
on a particular bedtime routine.
Yeah.
It can even be reading a scripture together, praying a little, just discussing your days before you go to sleep. All of you having a nightcap.
Exactly.
Literally, it can be anything that you
Anything.
decide it should be. But having that routine will establish the sense of security and warmth in your home.
Exactly, and you can make it your own unique tradition. That's the beautiful thing about it.
That is the beauty
Your
of
own
it.
unique tradition. And Charlie,
We're good to go.
that would be the best. That would be the
Right.
best. That would be the
Speaking of unique traditions, now I'm someone who is generally on the extreme of one end or the other.
Right.
But with this next thing, I'm usually in the middle, right? And it's birthday celebrations.
best. Oh,
Now-
I get why you're saying that.
Thank you. Now,
get
I
why
have
you're
some
saying that.
people, I have some friends who don't celebrate their birthdays at all.
Yeah.
Which, I'm still working on changing their minds. And then I have some friends who reserve the month.
Like
Like,
I'm
if I
telling
tell you-
it's a whole month. Like they celebrate. Like okay, so they'll tell you, okay, so it's my birthday month. The next supposed to see
Exactly.
3 weeks to my birthday. The week of their birthday is a birthday week.
Exactly. And they go out
Everything they do
every day of
are
the week.
just to celebrate their birthday. And I mean, listen, everyone and their birthday tradition.
Definitely.
But I mean, it like you're saying, right now everyone's pocket is different. So what we advise is find what's unique to you.
Exactly.
And what's unique to me, my family is what we do is we actually just have a family time.
Oh,
So when it's your birthday, we try. We don't always do, but we try as much as possible to get gifts.
right.
Uh-huh.
And share.
But one thing is for sure. Either, and this is what I love about my family, either my mom or my dad will actually enter into the kitchen and prepare a meal.
Like your favorite meal?
Yeah, so they'll prepare our favorite meal.
I'm jealous.
Oh, come on.
But not to shame my mom. We actually did have a unique tradition as well. It's
Yeah.
actually making me feel very nostalgic to think
Oh.
of it. I haven't done it in recent years. But when I was younger,
Yeah.
on my birthday, my mom will boil. Well, I'm a twin, so I share
Yeah.
a birthday with
Yeah.
my brother. And my mom will boil like one egg for each of us. And see, I know I have egg on other days, boiled, fried, in various ways. But for
But
some
that day
reason,
is
on the
so-
morning of my birthday, when I come and she's like, here's your birthday egg. Charlie, that egg is so special
Oh.
to me.
That's nice. You add some shit to it.
Praise
Some
no.
pepper. Like
Okay, fine, yes.
you-
I do spice
you-
it up a bit.
You had to.
I do spice it up a
You
bit.
had
I will
to.
admit to that.
You had to.
I do add a little bit of pepper, some onions.
Spice it up.
We take things next level. And we're definitely going next level with Taco Tuesday.
Woo, 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 woo. All those with the Mexican blood, yeah.
I definitely love their cuisine. There's nothing to hate about any type of taco.
I'm telling you.
down for it. Basically, if it's food, I'm down for it.
But yeah. All those that it's not. Tacos. Are tacos in Ghana?
Well, yeah, there are a few places that
Yeah, I think-
sell tacos.
I just remembered. I actually went to a party where a chef prepared tacos.
Where was I when you received the invite
Eugene.
for the party?
Eugene,
Right.
you were in school. You were in nursing school.
Family, this is another indication that
You
here
were
on
in
Family
the-
Morning,
you were-
even though it's a fresh day, Praise is treating me like I'm not a family member.
Oh, come on.
It's all well and good. Our time is running out, so it's been fun. It's been
been fun.
educative.
Yeah.
It's been informative. I've had a laugh. I had a blast.
Entertaining, everything.
Yes, and I still want to give a shout out to my two favorite men, Jason Momoa and the dude George, who invented the potato chip. He's my
If you
friend
did
for
it,
life.
I would
He's
be
my friend for
surprised.
life.
If you did it, I would be surprised. But yeah,
So stick with us. Tomorrow we'll be discussing the
we'll continue.
other. We'll
the
discuss
rest of the
other
traditions.
things you can do with
But
your
because of
family.
time, we gotta run. But before we go, Family TV is celebrating 8 years of safe television for your family and all families. And from on the 1st of September, to the 3rd of September, Family Expo is happening live. Now, it's happening on 1st of September because 8-year celebration, like I said, on that was 2014. On the 1st of September 2014,
Right.
Family TV went live at exactly
Wow.
1 a.m.
How exciting.
on all TVs, on all your TVs, basically. So Family TV went live. So I mean, Family Expo is happening. So Family Expo is basically listen, international children and parenting education. This thing, like trade show. So it's all about trading and like trading stuff for children, parents, and
definitely.
about education. So
A lot
you can,
of things available.
yeah, you can easily go on our website. That's www.familytvghana.com to get all the information you need. There are also contacts on your screen to call if you want to have a stand, or you want to be a part, or you want to support this initiative. It has been an event that has been running for the past couple of years, and it has been awesome. And listen, I was there last year, and this year I'm gonna be there. So you have to be there too. You really have to be there. You know, we also have family vacation, which we've spoken about
Okay.
almost every day. Like we said, Singapore Universal Studios. You listen. Some of you need a vacation.
Listen, preach. Preach. We can tell.
Some of you honestly need a vacation. The truth is, I would have gone, but I love you guys so much that I still want to be here doing Family Morning. It's a fresh day. So for those of you who you know you really need a vacation, just contact the numbers on your screen or go to our website. That's www.familytvghana.com and get to know more and how you can be a part of the trip and, you know, travel and get some good relaxing time. We also have Family Depot, which is the mall in your pocket.
That's exciting.
So, yes. So, I mean, if you just want to go shopping, just go on Family Depot and you can get shopping. We also have Family Kicks that provide the best and amazing shoes, sneakers, name it. Listen, mention all the brands, Family Kicks got you covered.
They definitely do, and we don't want to leave without saying a massive thank you to all our sponsors and partners. We want to say thank you to Accra City Hotel, and we want to say thank you to Classic Blush for the makeup, and Paula's Clothing for my beautiful fit.
Yes, and Airborne Cognitive for
your handsome fit. I mean,
Listen.
you're looking quite dapper. I won't lie.
Oh,
I won't lie.
so are
It's
you,
okay.
my dear.
I'll give you that. We definitely including Family Kicks, Family Depot, Thai Swag, and finally Family Vacation.
That's right. That's right. So, like we all know, unfortunately, it's that hour where we have to leave your screens. But just know that we will not be gone for too long. We'll be back same time tomorrow on your screen. This is Family Morning.
It's a fresh day.
See you tomorrow.